cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you stand it right.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Grumpy Old Reds. As you haven't seen that before.
No, we haven't seen that. But doesn't that mean we're demonetized before we start every?
That's what I said.
We're good.
I like that.
That kind of sets the tone of, we'll just say what we want and what have you. I hope you guys in the chat are doing well. Welcome to the preview for Forest versus Arsenal. And kicking it off is Visual Joker with the 13 months. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate the support for well over a year. Yeah, we got all gangster, man. Screw it. Fingers up at everyone. We'll say what we want. How you boys doing?
Yeah, really good, man. Really good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm excited about the FA Cup now.
Oh, are you? Well, just before we talk about the FA Cup, man, a mass shout out to Forest Ant with his beautiful interview of Don Robbie. I'm sure you guys have checked it out. If you haven't, make sure you watch it after this. But yeah, you got to meet your heroes, and how was that for you, mate? You've felt like part of the Arsenal community for a bit.
Several heroes, yeah. Turkish and James and Cecil. Yeah, it was great. They're good lads. They're really down to earth, good lads. And they talk football. They love talking football. It was great, really good.
Honestly, guys, he's been really shy now, but you should have seen him on a day. Honestly, we lost him. Me and Wolfie turned around. We're setting up the cameras. We turned around and says, "Where's that gone?" Literally, guys, he was all over him. He went to
the stadium tour.
I went over to talk to them. I wasn't all over them.
He took about 50 selfies, and then he used Photoshop when he got home. So I have a really good look at those photos that he's put up on Twitter. Yeah, look how smooth his skin looks. Have a real.
Listen,
good look.
Everybody have to look their best on photos. Even the biggest female model superstars, they're all touched up
by you, yeah.
with Photoshop. There was a literal pause then. They're all touched up with Photoshop afterwards. I've seen Kylie Minogue without a makeup on. Man, you wouldn't. Honestly, you got to look your best. Really? My God, I have a lot of work to do.
But they were, I mean, to add to your point, they were brilliant. The lads were absolutely fantastic. They sat and had a drink with us afterwards. And they were it's just literally, they're like us. I mean, I think that's a disservice to them, to be honest, but they're mainly meaning they're down to earth. Spot on. Yeah, guys, zoom in and check out how flawless his skin looks, mate.
Oh my God, Ed, seriously. Seriously,
I don't know what you're talking about. Does that not look like me? An ugly version of me. I look better now in real life than I do on that photo.
You look like Stuart Pearce.
I look better in real life than I do on that photo.
Come on, Ed. Chat, has he photoshopped himself there, chat? Yes or no? Let's have a oh, look at that touching moment right now with his hero, Robbie. Look at that touching moment with his hero, Robbie, man. Oh God. All right, we've done embarrassing, and let's get into this. Jordan, the legend. Hey boys, hope you're all good tonight. Thank you so much for the 199, buddy. You're an absolute legend.
Oh, cheers, Jordan.
I think we will smash United if we get him. We will touch on the cup. Yeah. I'm saying he looks more white. I don't think Ant could get any whiter. I don't think
he's see-through, mate.
Hey,
says the whitest man on the channel.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Olive. There's just loads of lights. They're all saying you photoshopped up. Mate. All photoshopped up. And Wayne, thank you so much for the 4 months. You absolute legend. And looks healthier live, to be honest. I was thinking that he kind of looks a bit like
one
of the dead.
Yeah, he does actually. Good lighting.
Yeah.
Mate.
Yeah. I need to get Photoshop out and bronze myself up a bit. That's what I need to do.
All right, let's kick this off. But yeah,
They're
so we
horrible to me,
spent.
aren't they? Picking
Huh?
on me all the time. They're horrible to me,
Oh,
picking
we
on
got
me.
every now and again.
It's because I'm the quietest, most reserved one. They always have a go at me. That's why.
Oh, don't worry, you got your brother watching you back.
Yeah, we've noticed the new hat. And
the new hat. Finally,
it is a
man,
nice new hat.
The old hat. You should have smelt the old hat. Mark shook hands with Robbie last night at the Superstar Legends event. Great evening. Bertels was squiffy and had to be helped off stage. I'll tell you what, man. And still hasn't showered after he hugged Robbie. And a massive shout out to the AFTV boys. Honestly, what a down to earth bunch of boys. Done loads of work with them in the past, but it was good to spend the evening with them. And if you haven't seen Box to Box, check it out on their channel. Obviously, make sure you subscribe, not that they need any more. And if you haven't seen Ant's interview with his hero Don Robbie, make sure you get that. And Jordan with another 199, legend. Like Jordan, I said, best stream on YouTube. Thank you so much.
Bless you.
You too.
I hope you lot out there appreciated the fact that I had to show him he was a soft southern softy.
Yeah, but let's kick it off just quickly on the FA Cup before we get into the Arsenal games. At 2-0, I saw Man U score. Then they went 2-0 up. I fell asleep, I'm not going to lie, after that. And then I woke up just after half time. I was like, 2-1, interesting. Then 2-2. I was like, nah, we're not that lucky. We are not that lucky, man. But they didn't look great, man. I mean, how do you feel about the draw, Crypto? Man United? We still got to beat Bristol. I know, before everyone starts going jinx and what have you. But assume we do. How are you feeling about that draw?
Do you know what? It proper pissed me off because at 2-0 down, I put a bet on Newport to win, but instead of putting it on to win the match, I put it to win the overall the tie, and I couldn't, because I put it on a tie, I couldn't cash out. If I put it on a win, even when they leveled back up at 2-2, I would have been able to cash out with like 20 to 1 odds. And because I stupidly put it on the tie, because I don't know why, but I thought it was going to go to extra time and penalties. I completely lost track of the fact that we do replays in the FA Cup. So yeah, I mean, apart from that, I thought Newport were pretty good. Someone said it earlier. Anthony's found his level finally. Although I do think the first goal which he assisted was offside. Yeah, but yeah, the Man United team have finally found their level. So good luck to them when we smash them at home in a few weeks' time.
A couple are asking when's the tie. It's going to be week commencing the 26th of Feb. I think it's a midweeker. I'm not sure yet. I'll double check. But looking ahead at it, it will be a midweeker. By that stage, hopefully, Forest have got all the AFCON players, but we definitely will. And Taiwo back, Alanga back, maybe a full strength team. I mean, do you fancy the chances now, Anne? Are you a little more intrigued by the cup?
Yeah, people will probably know I'm not massively big on the cup because I don't believe we can win it, etc. It's a distraction. But if there was one tie I could have picked, this would have been the one at home against them, because I firmly believe we can absolutely dump them out of the cup, and that will be beautiful. To dump them out of the cup will be so good and so enjoyable and such a boost for us. And I honestly believe that we're a better side than they are. When we've got our players back, I think we're better than them. I think they're awful. There's nothing that you watch with Manchester United that you sit and think, oh God, that looks a bit difficult. How are we going to cope with him? How are we going to cope? Nobody. There's nothing. I'm buzzing about it, and I'm not a cup fan, as you know, but this is the one tie that I would have wanted. It's going to be a big game, a big night, and I think we're going to roll them over.
I would have rather have Maidstone, mate. I don't know why you're like so hellbent on Man U. You wouldn't have preferred
Maidstone? Because we can beat them, and knocking them out gives you a far better feeling than knocking Maidstone out. If it was Man City or Liverpool, something like that, then but Man U, we can beat them.
TC, we know. We're saying hypothetically on that point. And then hypothetically, let's say we do get past Bristol City, dare we dream about what 1865 saying here? Europe?
The route to Europe. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Why not? Because There's a couple of all Premier League ties still to go into replays in this round. So there will be, if you get a look, it's a look of a draw, isn't it? And what adding on to what Ant said, I've got no fear of potentially playing Man U at home. No fear of them doing that. And it's another opportunity for other fans to get. I've said this before, it's caused consternation, but even the replay is a chance for fans who aren't getting to every single game to get to a game, and to get to a game against Man U, which I'm confident we will win. Then you're getting into is a quarterfinal straight up, isn't it? Quarterfinal after that.
Yeah,
and then it's an opportunity, and this is as good an opportunity as we had several years ago in the promotion season when we had that run in the FA Cup, and it did wonders for our season. It's not a bad thing for me. I did want us to have a bit of a run of home games if we can get them, and then we have got 2 potential home games now. So yeah, I'm up for it. I think it's nothing to be fearful of, and I do agree that with the best team available, which Nuno hasn't had yet, by the way, and I can't wait to see it. But with the players coming back, but we will have coming back, yeah, I don't fear Man U, not at all. If it's Liverpool and Man City, it's a different kettle of fish. But yeah, Man United, I'm not fearing at all.
We will, James. We'll talk about the keepers. I'm back. Sorry, I locked up. We will talk about the keepers in just a bit, mate, because there is some movement.
Can I just show off my mug?
The only thing I want to go on, show off your mug, mate.
Can I show off my mug? It does say, if you can see it clearly, this says number 1 fan supports. This number 1 fan supports Nottingham Forest. Now, obviously, this is a hot off the presses edition number 1, so you can't all be the number 1 fans. But you can't get this from FOCO, but you'll be lying every time you take a sip, just so you know that. You can't get that from FOCO.
Well, they sent it to me to start with, but then I realized I've only been a fan for 5 minutes.
Exactly,
so
yeah. Only since we got to the playoff final, that was it.
The link's in the chat. We will launch the members giveaway of the Forest Gnome very shortly while I just figure it out. And all right, so that's the FA Cup done. Let's start with the Arsenal game, because, boys, I'm excitedly, nervously feel we can get somethingly shittingly out myself. This one, Crypto. I've spoken to these 2 idiots already, so I know what they think. I haven't talked to you about how you're feeling about the Arsenal game. What's your kind of initial gut feeling? Well, we spoke when we did our preview.
No, I'm saying to Wes, does it? He said, idiot. Does he mean us?
I was ignoring it.
Initial gut feelings. If I'm honest, I think we might struggle. I don't want to say that, but I don't know. I'm not feeling too confident, and I don't know why. Because we beat them last season, but we had Taiwo and people like that. I don't know. I'm not. We don't have a full team. I think that's what it is. We don't have our full team, do we? We've got some really key players at AFCON, especially in the defense. And I'm a little bit worried about Murillo's form in defense. I just think that if they're whipping balls into the box, we could be in for a bit of a thrashing.
Why are you so negative all the time?
I don't know. I mean, a few weeks ago, I thought that we'd never get beat again. So
what changed?
AFCON. I don't know. I've got a weird feeling that we're not going to beat them, but hopefully I'll be proved wrong. I mean, when I normally make my predictions, I'm pretty much always wrong. So if I say that we're going to lose, hopefully we'll actually win. But Arsenal are a great team in good form, and they've got some very decent players. So look, Murillo and Amabamdeli are very good players, and they're very skillful. 100%, I'll back them. But they're probably not our best 2 starters in terms of pure defense. That for me would have to be Niakate and Bolly. So I don't know. I'm not feeling as confident as I usually do. Usually I'd go with a 69-0 prediction to Forest. But this one could be, maybe 6-0 Forest. We'll see.
You know what? The chat is quite negative. I'm just reading through the comments. Look at goddamn negative Nicky, man. We will defo get slapped all over. Loads of people saying that, you know, they'll take a point right now. Where's your belief in your team? Where's your belief, guys?
This is a good point from.
I don't understand where we're getting slaps coming from. We've not been slapped this season, and Arsenal, although they won 5-0 against Palace,
that's why I'm worried.
The Palace were
maybe the Jew slapping,
mate. They were they were disgusting. Palace were. They were awful. And you know, and okay, they got 5. Listen, we'd take 5-0 for Forest every day of the week, but they got 2 set pieces and 2 goals in the goal in the 93rd and 94th minute. So if you whittle it down to open play goals in normal time, they got 1. I know that's pushing it. But, you know,
this is one of those penalties don't count thing. Fuck off.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be positive. It's a fact, though. The thing that is worrying is that we're crap at free kicks and they're brilliant at free kicks. That is the worry. If we can not give silly free kicks away, which we do tend to do, then we stand more of a chance. I can't see it being a slapping. I honestly can't see it being a slapping.
No, I don't see
they're
that.
not
either.
that good from set plays. I know they're top of the stat table, but I've seen Odegaard miss the first man, hit the first man, MGW style 8 times out of 10. Yeah, the problem is the 2 out of 10 that go in, they've obviously got heights in there, Saliba, Gabriel, etc. So I think you're overplaying it a little, and I know what you're saying, but
maybe.
But also, they get more corners. You know, the way they play, obviously, they get more shots, they get more corners, and obviously, the more corners you have, the more chances you have got of actually scoring them. But I was actually going back to the Bristol game a little bit. I was actually impressed that they didn't have a shot on target. They had moments, and there was a couple of occasions where you got to give credit to Turner. I think Nicky was bringing him up as well, but he did well to hold on to a couple of those crosses because it was good claims, and you can't knock him for that. So their threat was from set pieces, and when they got down the wing, which I thought in the first half they did too easily, especially down our right side. But generally, I think it's got to give them a boost. Bamidele looked impressive against Bristol City. That's another game, another 90 minutes under his belt. They are the only 2 options we've got, really, because you're not going to bring Worrell or McKenna in. I can't see either of them coming in to the Arsenal game. So you got to stick with what you've got. Confidence boost of them getting a clean sheet. As long as we don't give away lots of set pieces and corners and things like that, then you've got to fancy our chances to get something out of that game. And I do. I don't think they're that great, and they certainly haven't been that great since Christmas. So I don't really fear us not being able to get something out of the Arsenal game. And it's another one, a home game. Their record at the City ground over the last few years is poor. You know, they've lost 1-0 each time. You know, they're not looking forward to it. They said last season, and you guys can watch it back, but all the AFTV guys says that was the best atmosphere they'd been to all season. And one of the guys even said ever, you know, so we've got to make it a fortress like we have been over the last few games with Nuno and keep that up. But I fancy us, mate. I really do fancy us to get something out of
and their last away game was against Fulham, and they were fucking terrible.
Yeah, they were.
If Arsenal play like that against us, they will not win. I tell you, they were terrible. So there's hope. There's hope there.
I just want to say, chat, right? Because there is a lot of negative Nellies in there, and that's fine. Yeah, you can feel how you want. I'm going to put the poll up, but I want you to answer it as honestly as possible. Once, obviously, you've hit the like button. And, you know, for those of you new here, make sure you're subscribed. So just get a simple question. Who wins? First option, Forest. Arsenal, second option, draw. Answer it honestly. It's anonymous, so we can't call any of you out, yeah? But just answer it. And the poll is up. Is Big T back yet? No, not quite. He's close, but not close enough, Stevie boy. He is close. And look, a lot of the chat are talking already about Turner Crypto. I really don't want to talk about keepers tonight. I am sick to death of talking about keepers. But Ez touched on it. He thought he played better against Bristol City. I just think he didn't have much to do. I still don't trust him.
He didn't have an actual save, though, did he? In the sense that someone had a shot. I know he came out and caught the ball a few times from set pieces, but I don't think he had an actual shot against him. So, you know, Yeah, he had a good game because he didn't let anything in, but he didn't really do that much either. Hopefully, he has a purple patch against Arsenal like Wood did against Newcastle. We'll see.
I don't think that Turner's shot stopping is bad. I don't think that's the issue. It's the commanding of the box and his feet, and there was an improvement against Bristol City. So again, we can only hope that he continues and gets a little bit of confidence from that. I mean, he is worried because Arsenal obviously do press very hard and very high. That is a concern. Yeah, you know, they will be on him. They will definitely be on him. That's for sure.
Yeah,
so,
are we convinced?
I think the reason.
Go on.
I was just going to say the reason why I'm probably not feeling so confident is because if we're looking to play counter-attack football against them, we don't have people like Alanga and Awani. Our pacey forwards. I think that's my worry. Chris Wood is good in certain games where he's getting the right delivery, but he showed again in the last few games that he does sit back quite deep, and he doesn't get that delivery whilst Alanga's out of the squad.
Yeah, Alanga's a big miss.
Let's give Quinn a quick shout out. Massive hi to Quinn.
Hi, Quinn.
Jamil Hassan's daughter. Massive shout out. And yeah, the poll. I mean, someone's saying here, obviously everyone's going to vote Forest because it's a Forest channel. That's what worries me. 52% are saying Forest to win, 22% saying Arsenal, and 26% saying a draw. Usually it's like 95%, even if we're playing Real Madrid or something.
Yeah.
It's a little worrying.
And those that are saying a draw are probably saying that because they don't want to put Arsenal to win. So it could be even worse. It's normal though, isn't it? We're playing Arsenal, you know.
Yeah.
It's normal to be a little bit worried, especially with all our players out. By
You
the
know,
way,
making me nervous. I came in here fully positive. I even said it on bloody Box to Box on AFTV. We're gonna win 1-0. Right?
I said 1-0 as well with Robbie. So I'm with you,
I
brother.
I blame crypto in the chat. I'm starting to get a little nerves now. I'm starting to get
normally I'm uber confident, but
you are, yeah. You're normally quite silly, aren't you? To be fair.
Normally quite silly with my prediction.
I know.
Yeah. It never comes off. So
just the last comment on the just the last comment on the Turner situation. Are we convinced that then, until we do get somebody in, that he's going to stick with Turner for the Arsenal game? He's not going to switch back to
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah. I do agree with Steve as well that one of our most important defenders is actually Chris Wood. I see him spend more time in our own box heading the ball out than I do in the opposition's box.
Yeah, from corners, you know, defensive corners is one of the main men in there, no doubt.
Yeah, maybe switch.
I was going to say, I found it quite difficult to get into AFCON this year, but I actually watched the Nigeria match yesterday, and Aina was brilliant. And not only was he brilliant, the commentators were calling him out and said he's been brilliant in all 4 games. So that's something positive, isn't it? Knowing that he's coming back in form and hopefully fit.
Yeah. I mean, he started the season off really well, didn't he? And then he just fell off.
He had a couple of dodges, didn't he? A couple of dodgy bits. Yeah. But yeah,
but
he did a Rabona last night, a Rabona pass, and it was chipped perfectly. The Rabona, unbelievable.
I'm showing one of
he's not.
I'm showing one of those photos, and you had a Rabona as well.
That's the one where he was wearing his Arsenal shirt.
And I'll be honest with you, right? I'll be honest with you. When are we gonna play Real? When we get Champions League, bro? Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I tried to watch the AFCON at the start. I tried to build it up. You know, I got African heritage in me, man. I got 2 games in. I couldn't do it anymore.
To be fair, the World Cup's like that. There's a load of crappy, meaningless, boring games at the beginning. It's not until you get to the knockouts that it starts to get interesting. So it's the same sort of thing. And I actually enjoyed that game yesterday. It was a good game of football.
Well, we might maybe do the watch along tomorrow. Obviously, Senegal. Sorry, they're playing Ivory Coast. Sangare, Boli, Niakate, etc. So I want Senegal through, man. I need Ibrahimovic back. I just wish they went out. No offense to our.
Who do you want back?
Ibrahimovic. I didn't know he played for Senegal.
Sangare. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Just leave Ibrahim. It always confuses you. Just leave that bit out.
That wouldn't be a bad backup striker actually, Ibrahimovic.
You take it?
You know what? You know what makes this game on Tuesday like worse for me in a way is that we lost against Brentford. Had we beaten Brentford, I'd be quite, I think, okay, if we do lose against Arsenal, it's not the end of the world. But that 3 points lost against Brentford has put so much more on this game. Do you know what I mean? It's made it even bigger game than it would have been.
Yeah, I think. What do you think at this point, as Steve was saying, we're not missing Niakate at all? Do you agree with that or not? What do you think? Do you agree with that or not? Are we missing Niakate at the back?
I mean, I can't say I do totally agree with that. I am really impressed with Daddy. Like I said, the way he's come in the situation he's been thrown into, I think Andy's done really well. But Niakate and his long throws as well, we're missing out. We were very against Bristol City again. Going back to that game, we had a couple of really great opportunities, but generally we didn't create much at all, and it just gives us that extra string to our bow when he's doing that. So I can't wait for Niakate to be back, to be honest. I don't think he would have made too much difference in some of the results, but you don't know. Horses for courses, but we need the experience. We got 2 really young lads at the heart of our defense at the moment, and they're having to play there because the backup aren't good enough. The experienced players who are backup to them are nowhere near good enough for this level. So kudos to them for doing what they've done so far. But I would love some experience back in that back line. And do
you know what I love about this chat? Sorry, just to interrupt, right? Do you know what I love about this chat is just the complete opposites you get. So what have we got? Matt saying missing him in the air. Steve then saying he doesn't head the ball. It's like literal polar opposite. I've seen a lot of that's it. And then you got Mohammed saying he is Niakate.
My choice of centre back peering against Arsenal would have been Niakate and Bowley. They would have been my choice because they're the 2 most solid, really solid, and best defenders, actually, I would say. So they would be my side too, and we've got neither of them.
Right, so I'm gonna say something unpopular in a second, or it might be popular. I don't know. But before I do, please do hit the like. We've got about 350 of you this Sunday night. Hope you've enjoyed your weekend. Please don't forget to download Sofascore, as just mentioned in the chat. It's completely free. It supports us. Just get it on your phone. Thank you so much for doing that. That's not the unpopular thing I was going to say. This is what I'm going to say. Crypto. Do we need to play Cooper Ball Tuesday? Would that guarantee us more success than... Oh, God, Ez is gone.
I'm going to drink. I'll be back.
No, I mean, I wouldn't call it Cooper Ball. The difference between Cooper Ball and what we can do now, what we have the option to do, was ultra low block, where all of our players are sat in our own box and counter attack.
Yeah, but do we need that? That's the question. Do we need?
I don't think we need to go that deep. I think we've got good enough players that we don't need to sit our whole team back in our box. Counter-attacking football could work, but again, that's one of the reasons why I'm a bit worried with people like Alanga out and Taiwo out, because we don't have that speed up front. But yeah, I mean, from my point of view, I'm happy to play counter-attack, but I wouldn't go complete low block. We don't need to do it. I think we're better than that, and I think Nuno will get the lads playing. I do have a concern about the left-hand side if he's going to play Tavares, because I think Tavares can get run down a bit.
He can't play him. He's cup tied.
Oh yeah, he's cup tied. Yeah, well, that's good then. So we'll see Toffolo in, which will be interesting. But no, I wouldn't go full low block. It doesn't work. We'll invite too much pressure on us.
And they're ripping me in the comments. Let me justify my comment. Ant will back up. I hope he does. Right. We were sitting, chilling with the FTV boys, and they asked us about Nuno's style. And when we said it's not low block counter-attacking football, and how excited did Robbie look when we said he doesn't park the bus? Because didn't he say that's what they were worried about, parking the bus? He literally got excited and almost more confident when we told him it wasn't Cooper Ball.
Yeah, and that's true. They do struggle against a low block team, or against low block teams. But I've said this on New. No, by the way, no. Cooper Ball, no. Okay. We played plenty of Cooper Ball. I think we played against Arsenal. Yeah. No. Just no. There is, I've said before, people don't seem to understand there's low block and there's counter attacking. counter-attacking means that you defend well, and when you get the opportunity, you attack. Not low block where you just sit with all your men behind the ball and there's no outlet. You just can't get anywhere, so it just keeps coming back. Under those circumstances, you're going to let goals in. Hopefully, with a better, a more strategic defense, then you could play defensively, but with that ability to break out. But yes, you're right in the fact that they would prefer not a low block, but that doesn't mean you can't still be defensively sound, does it?
Cooper ball was too negative, wasn't it? It was too defensive. There was no kind of other side to his tactics. It was every game sit back and defend and try and get the odd goal on the counter attack, which we know didn't work. So I can't imagine Nuno doing that.
But it worked sorry, Crypto. It worked.
Yeah, but we also played it away.
We had Taiwo. We had our pacey players up front. That's what's concerning me. This time we don't. So I think we need to play more open football, more passing, hopefully more possession based. I mean, we're going to have to try and utilize Chris Wood. So we need to get the ball to the wingers effectively to get that ball into the box. But we can't do that on the counter.
Also, don't forget, Arsenal have changed their style as well. They're not as dynamic as they was last year. Now, early in the season, when they were very dynamic, we played low block and lost 5-0. Later on in the season, when they were losing at dynamism, we beat them at home. So
yeah, they've given up.
This season, they are not as dynamic. They're not continually putting balls through, pressurising teams. They are much more controlled. So you can afford to be a little bit further up the pitch, I believe.
I just, Crypto, I'm going to kick you. Why did you mention Tavares, man? Literally, it's like they've been saving their dog comments since the last stream, just piling it more. I can't even keep up there. And then they're trying to outdo each other in this goddamn chat, man. Seriously.
He's on the RSPCA's most wanted list, isn't he?
Oh,
you'll start. I'm gonna say something unpopular. I say bring Cooper back for one game. This game
that's not unpopular. That's treasonous. You know, it's.
I'd send Cooper to Liverpool so they get relegated next season.
Well, he may have to take over from Jurgen Klopp.
I'm glad that Tavares is banned, by the way, and I don't mean that in a nasty way. I'm just being truthful. I would much prefer Toffolo back there than Tavares against Arsenal for definite.
Against Arsenal, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
but you give me PTSD, man.
I feel sorry for his dogs though, because he's going to be at home watching the match with them.
Oh god! Stop, chat. Stop. As PTSD, why? What have I said now?
Post-Cooper stress disorder, man. Stop. I don't mean that in a way that I've forgotten what he did for us, but there was a period where I hated watching our team because of him. So please stop talking about him.
I thought it was post-Tavares stress disorder.
No, definitely Coops, man. But yeah, no, Tavares obviously can't play on Tuesday, which is a good thing. In terms of like how I see it, we don't have to sit deep and just do low block. We can be on the counter attack, and I think if we can get how far is Elanga away? Is there any talk of him being back for this game at all?
No, here's the thing. Nuno said in his post match, he did a little Cooper old magic sponge. He did say, hopefully we can get one attacker back for the next game. Now it's not going to be Origi because he's about to go to LA. I can only think of Elanga, but the rumors I heard he's out till mid-Feb. So I don't know.
That's one I'm hopeful for, because I think he does. I think their weakness is their left back position, and I think if you can target that area with Elanga, then we've got an option. But he did throw on an option in the second half against Bristol, so he took off Dominguez, who had a really poor game. He just looked leggy. He just looked really leggy in the Bristol game. Took Yatesy and Dominguez off, both of them who'd obviously been booked as well in the first half. But he did put Nico Williams on the right side of that three, didn't he? So he played around with that formation a little bit. I don't think we got the best out of him, because normally you see a lot more crosses from Nico when he's there, but he's got lots of energy, and I think I'd like to see Montiel and him paired up a little bit more. So that is an option as well, just to give us a route of attack down that side, because I think that will be their weak side. I don't know if Ant can give us any more information on that, but I always think their left hand left back
Well,
area is
as an
probably the
Arsenal fan.
weakest.
What about pairing Montiel down the right hand side with Dominguez? You know, Argentinian.
Dominguez looked poor against Bristol City. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd still
it's
put him
it's
first
probably
on the
tired.
bench.
Yeah,
They've
I
had
think so.
a lot of game time, a lot of minutes in the legs.
Yeah, at
It's
least
different as well.
they're-
Players often raise themselves. I mean, I know this should put the same out for every game, but the human beings at the end. Even Stuart Pearce has said this when I was chatting to him. Players can't get up for every single game necessarily the same. And against Arsenal, that's a big game in front of a worldwide audience. So he's more likely to get that energy and be up for it. That's my hope anyway.
Well, the poll has come down a bit. 49% of you are saying Forest will win. 25% are saying Arsenal. And 26% saying the draw. I swear, you're all ant style going with half and half scarves on Tuesday. I swear to God. I swear.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Okay. But let's talk. Like, do we take anything from that Bristol game, man? Because I thought Yates and Dominguez were really bad. Like, they were playing rugby a lot of the time in that game. I mean, and then Danilo looked like he'd gone back to the Danilo pre-Brentford, and it's like I don't know where I stand with Danilo anymore. I'm a bit confused about what we should do with the midfield. Can you judge it on that Bristol match, or do we just kind of focus past it?
I was watching that Bristol City match, and I felt the players probably felt about it the same as me. You know, yeah, it'd be nice to win, but at the end of the day, let's just get through it. And to be fair, I mean, the guys were passing it about at the back, loads of possession, doing nothing with it. It just was nothing. It was a nothing. It was like a training game, and that's the way I would look at it, like a training game. Excuse me, a fitness game. Just keep them ticking over. There was no great passion out there. There was no great desire out there. Aside from whether you think that's worth criticism or not, I'm just saying how I felt the game was. So I'm not taking a lot from it. I think when it's a game against Arsenal under the lights in front of a big crowd, I think that those players will be up for it, and I think you'll see a different. Yeah. And don't forget, MGW came back as well, which is a massive.
Yeah, bonus. He was good. He was good. He was. He can't play. I'm sorry, but all those people who love Yates, to no matter what he does wrong, you can't play Yates against Arsenal.
Who came on with him, Crypto? There was MGW. Who else came on?
Yates went off, didn't he?
Williams.
And Williams.
Yeah, when Williams and MGW came on, the game changed. In my opinion, the game changed. All of a sudden, we look like a quicker side, a better side, with just those two coming on. So, you know, I think there's plenty of room for improvement. I wouldn't worry too much about that.
I think Yates is there just to scrap people, just to concede, just, you know, foul people, slow the pace of the
He's so obvious as well, isn't he? He's so obvious.
He's not the standard of the playing Arsenal, basically. Play him against the lower of the league teams, but not against Arsenal. I don't think he's got the right skill set. I don't think he's a more physical player. He reminds me of I don't know how many people watch ice hockey, but Yates reminds me of like an enforcer where you're on there to scrap, you're on there to cause trouble, to foul people, to slow the ball down, to wind people up, to get in people's way. And he is very good at that, probably one of the best in the league. But I don't think he has the same skill set as people like Danilo and Dominguez. He's not that type of midfielder. I mean, he's so far away from people like Mangala in terms of his passing ability, in terms of keeping hold of the ball. So yeah, he is good at heading the ball, yeah, but I just don't think it's the right opponent for him, Arsenal.
I think we've always said Yates is a squad player to come on when we need him. And that's it. Is Mangala going to be there, by the way? Has anything advanced on Mangala?
He should be.
Yeah. He's still there.
Yeah, I know he's still here, but will he still be here on Tuesday?
Will he be played? Will he be risked?
What do I look like? Mystic Meg? I don't freaking know.
You always tell everybody you're the font of all knowledge, so you can't back down now.
Yeah, but I'm trying to sort this gnome thing out, so you don't need to talk without me.
Okay, I'm talking, right? I'm going to just respond. I'm just going to agree with. I'm just going to agree a little bit with what Michael's saying here, because down the years, one of the things about Arsenal is the way to get at them is be a shithouse and bully them a little bit. And I still don't think they've got rid of it. I think Declan Rice has made them a lot stronger in that department, but I still think occasionally you do need a little bit of a shit house to break things up. But I wouldn't start with Yatesy. I agree with you guys. He's one to bring on.
I don't think he'd get anywhere near Rice. And if Partey's rumoured to be coming back as well, I don't think he'd get anywhere near them. They'd just step aside and laugh at him. Honestly, they're world-class players against a clogger.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be up against them. He'd be upsetting somebody like an Odegaard. You know, that's the kind of person that Nuno would stick him on. You know, so looking to because when he's on form, he makes them tick, and when he's ticking, then Arsenal look good. Because I'll be honest, and this is probably jinxing it, but I've been disappointed with Saka this season. He's had
everybody.
He's steady, but he's not gone anywhere near the levels that he hit even last season. You know, so maybe I've jinxed it and he'll have a great game against us. But I think Odegaard's a key man, and Yatesy would be the kind of player that you stick on him, because I don't think Mangala does that job, and I don't want to see Danilo or Dominguez doing that job either. So I don't know. There's options here, but again, I agree with you guys. I'd bring him off a bench, mate. I wouldn't start him.
Being a shithouse though is a bit of a defensive tactic, isn't it? It's not a progressive tactic where you're saying, let's try to control the midfield and keep possession. It's you know, we're accepting that they're going to come onto us and we'll try and bully them off the ball. It's a bit of a defensive mindset.
Yeah,
because I disagree. A bad thing. I just don't think we're good enough at it.
I just wanted, because I mean, if you guys have watched Ant's interview with Robbie, one of the things Robbie says, which I kind of disagree with him about Nuno, but from what we've seen, is he says he'll always be defensive first, and then he'll look to get something out. That's not what we've seen, is it? Really, and like he said quite clearly in his post-match after, I can't remember, was it after the Brentford game? I can't remember, where he said, "Yeah, this is the way, and this is how we're going to play." I think
the way. I love that.
Yeah, this is the way. We loved it, didn't we? And I think if the players are available to him, he'll always try and get something out of a game and be more attack, especially at home. He knows we've got the crowd. He knows he's got the fans backing now. If there was any doubt, I don't think there was. Certainly not from our point of view. But if there was any doubt of his settling in period with the fans, that's thankfully blown over, and he's got the fans backing. And we were the 12th man last season. I know it was a different situation. I understand it was a different situation, but for these big games, we do get up for them, and the fans do get up for them. And we've had a win over Liverpool. We've had a draw with Man City at home. We've beaten Arsenal at home once already. We've beaten Man U at home this season. Those kind of results, they're the ones we remember the most, and the fans are up for the most. So I see another game like that on Tuesday night, and I can't wait, to be honest.
One of the biggest positives we've got is hopefully and presumably Morgan Gibbs-White starting.
He is,
because he is one of those special players who can potentially control that midfield a bit more.
He's found that spark, hasn't he, Crypto? He's found his spark.
Yeah, he's been brilliant this season, and I think because he's missed part of the last few games, he'll again want to come out and show and prove to people what he can do. So I think that'll be a massive benefit having him back.
Yeah.
What's good about? Go on.
I want to talk about Morgan Gibbs-White in just a second, but then let me just take that off. Who wants this chat? Who wants this? Yeah, who wants their Forest gnome?
There's a few Rabonas in the chat now.
This is a members only giveaway. I've pinned the link to the description. If you want to be a member, it's only 99p. You get all the emojis, all the goals live as they go in, plus plenty of other benefits. All the me's are coming in. So you have to be a member. Shout out to FOCO for hooking us up and getting you guys these lovely gifts. All you have to do to enter is be a member, but click on that link that I've posted. I'll take you to the community tab. There is a question in there, and all you have to do is answer it. The question is approximately, how tall is this gnome? Hint, the answer, I've even given you the answer. If you click on the link that's in the community tab, go to the FOCO site, click on the gnome, read more, and that will have your answer there for you. Don't trust the answer that the others are putting in there.
Don't.
We will then draw the winner on the post-Arsenal GOR stream. So we'll give you a couple of days to figure out how to count to the correct height of this gnome. If, Harvey, you put more than one answer in there, I'm just going to delete you because last time you lot caused me a lot of headaches. So you get one entry in there, okay? If you want to change your answer, you can. Shout out to FOCO. If you want to buy this gnome anyway, it's 22 quid, but you get 10% off using code FFTV10. And of course, you can get what I have here, and a beautiful, beautiful water bottle. Yes, Laurie, we will sip. And as this mug there, it's all licensed Forest gifts, and they are fantastic. So get your answers in on there. Click on the link that's pinned. What happens if you get the wrong answer? Then you obviously don't go onto the wheel of death.
Yeah, genius.
It's complicated. My brother's just said there needs to be a goalie one called Big Gnome.
Where'd you put how tall it is? If you go in the link, put it in the comments in there, okay? And then we will take all the right answers for it. Is Matthew still in here? Because if we've launched this and Matthew's not here, he's gonna chew me alive. So get your answers in there, not in here, in there, okay? And that's now officially launched. Shout out again to FOCO. Remember, code FFTV10 gets you 10% off at checkout. Okay, let's talk about Morgan Gibbs-White, because one thing I want to say about him, every time he's got injured before, boys, he's always come straight back in. He's not one of these players, in my opinion, that needs time to bed in back into a game, half an hour here and then, subs appearance or whatever. Something I've always noticed about him, maybe it's because like when he was injured under Cooper would like just to chuck him in because we're so dependent on him. But are you comfortable for him to come straight in now that he got, what did he get, about 20, 25 minutes?
No, he got the second half, didn't he? No, he got the second half.
Came on half time.
Yeah.
So
is he fit
minutes
enough?
in the legs.
Gunners, is he fit enough, do you think? And do we need him?
We definitely need him, and I do think he's fit enough. But you're right. Cooper used to throw him in straight after an injury without really giving him like a few minutes in a prior game. But that was the way the injuries just fell at the time, I think, as well. But I've always been impressed with how he's come back from injuries. And like I say, under Nuno, he just seems like he's found something that he's not had for the majority of this season, because up until the last 6 or 7 games, he has been really poor, and there's no shying away from it. He'd had 1 assist all season up until then, and he's definitely pulling the strings. I agree with Van when they came on at halftime. Him and Nico seemed to give us a bit of a spur, but it just died off a bit. I think there is a general tiredness, and it must be. We are down to the bare bones with our squad at the moment, and so players, and we've had extra time, we've had replays in between that we didn't really need. And I think the plan was always from Nuno to give MGW, whether he was injured or not, to give him that bit of a break over that period. So I'm glad he's had that break, but I think he'll come back even stronger now, and I'm really can't wait to see him on Tuesday night, and I think he will make the difference. We definitely need him. There's no doubt about that.
Just before you get your thoughts in, and sorry, I've got a couple of super chats I need to shout out. This one's aimed at you from the legend that is Sharky, and shouldn't be allowed on tonight. He's cup tied. You know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. He has a half and half scarf.
Fuck off.
Thank you, Sharky, for the 2,000 foot annoying ant. Quick shout out to Nikki with the 199, 30 cows, 28 chickens. Wait, what? 30 cows, 28 chickens. How many didn't?
28 chickens. Yeah, figure that one out, guys. It's an old one. 30 cows.
30 cows.
Yeah, it's the way it's written, but you're supposed to say it. It's not supposed to be the way it's written, because it's 28 for 8 chickens rather than 28 chickens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, Nicky, mate.
30 cows, 8.
Yeah, 20 of them, 8 chickens. Yeah. So it doesn't really work when you write it down, Nicky. You muppet.
Thanks for the 199, Nikki. And Matthew with some brown envelopes. I wonder
thanks
what
for 199
envelopes are for. And yeah, sorry, just to add, that's UK only. Freaking is Owen in the chat. Cost me
Yeah.
arm and a leg with the what did he win the other day? I can't even remember. With the mug, with that big ass mug. So yeah, it's only UK only. Because I ain't got that much money. Sorry, Ant, I interrupted you before you wanted to talk about Odegaard. Sorry, I mean Morgan Gibbs White. Is he frozen?
I think he has.
He took offense. Oh, he's gone. There you go. There you go, Sharky. You did it, Sharky. All it cost was £2. We finally got rid of Ant. Oh my God, how long have I been waiting for that? Sharky, I love you.
£1.99 you've ever spent, mate. Worth it.
It's always funny when you have to explain the joke. Yeah, it just read weird, but that's Nikki. That's Nikki for you right there.
Sorry, mate.
And do you know what? I think I've seen it on TikTok. Anyway, you're still trying to work it out. Anyway, okay. Oh, he's back. Should we let him back on, chat or not? What do you think? What do you think? Welcome back, Ant.
Oh, he's refreshing.
PC just crashed.
Sure. Yeah, the PC just crashed. His face cream has dried up. It's just crazy, man.
I was going to say, even before you asked the question, I was going to say the good thing about the MGW situation is he had an abdominal issue. It's not like he had a groin or a knee or an ankle, you know what I mean? So I'm far more confident that he can come back and you know, be okay than I would be. I'd be a bit more nervous if it was a more delicate area, if you know what I mean.
A more delicate area, okay.
I mean, his knee or his ankle or his groin.
All right, whatever you say, mate.
I was also going to say regarding one of Ezra's points is when he said that we're more progressive and that. After 2 years of Cooper, anybody, even Mourinho, would look more progressive, and Conte would look more progressive.
That's because he's played in the right position, though, isn't it?
Sorry, is Laurie in the chat? Laurie, he's still there. Sorry to cut the flow. I'm just looking. People already entered in. The first answers from Laurie. Yeah, how tall is the gnome? Her answer: taller than Ez.
That's true. That is true.
So harsh.
Ez gets the perks of it though, because he gets to go to watch the Forest matches for £1.
Oh, you're horrible, Laurie. You are horrible.
Yeah, but it's better than you having to buy two tickets because you're big fat arse, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought you meant because you're sat in the Arsenal stand.
It's all right. She clearly does not want the gnome. She just wants to abuse me. She doesn't want the gnome.
I kind of just want to give it to her just for the answer.
Yeah, it should have been funniest answer, not actual answer.
Yeah, exactly. Wrong answers only. All right. That's put me off completely. Okay, I want to get into this team, boys, because I don't really know how we're going to line up, right? And we as a collective now are going to figure this out. Somehow, some way, we're going to come to what we think Nuno's team is going to look like. This is going to be a car crash. There's no two ways about it.
I've got it. Don't worry, I've got it. It's sorted.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it then, boys. Let me get it up. Hold on. Let's do this, man. This is going to be a freaking car crash. All right, go on then, Ez. You kick us off.
Well,
what are you doing?
I think we've all agreed we're going to stick with Turner in goal.
I haven't agreed to that. I have not agreed to that.
Well, what is your option then? You're going to bring Black back in for one game?
I'm going to put Worrell in.
Okay. Okay, right.
I'm sorry, Sharky, with the £8.50.
Wow.
Love you, man. Try a bottle of Yellowtail Merlot on me, buddy. What a legend, man. Sharky,
I'm actually drinking Merlot at the moment. Oh no, I'm not.
There's a Yellowtail.
Yeah, no, I'll have to have a look. I'll have a look. Definitely.
That's the one. All right, chat. Help us with this, right? All right, let's just go with Turner in goal, just because I can't be asked to have a goalkeeper argument, right?
Yeah.
What are we doing on the defense? This is the team that started the last game, by the way.
Yeah.
I haven't set this up to.
So for me, you're just swapping out Tavares for Toffolo. Other than that, you're sticking with that back five.
Yep, I agree.
I agree.
So where are you on this?
Yeah, I agree so far. I just want to say one little thing. It was hilarious watching Jimmy stream the other day, and he was like proper hyping up the fact they might get Joe Worrell. If that's what it's come down to, then Jesus. That's what
I think he'll be all right for them because he'll just be a central defender,
Well, it'll help
championship
them
level.
get
Championship
relegated.
level. I think he'll fit in fine. I think he'll be all right for them.
Drive them down to League One where
they are going to be in the Championship next season. You know, that's I don't think he's open for debate. So you know, at that level, he'll be fine for them.
An omen goal.
Stoney, we will be doing some real life 3D stuff with you guys. We'll figure it all out. Yeah, Jonathan saying Hennessy, all is forgiven. I'd put Shelby. Anyway, move on from the goalkeeper. So you three are agreed with that back four. Chat, are you agreeing with that back four? Would no one switch Montiel for, I don't know, Williams? Anyone want to make a case for that?
Not for this game.
No. Not to start the game. No. Not for me.
All right. Okay. So that's probably the easiest bit. No one put in Worrell or McKenna in for Mbemba.
Move on.
All right. Fine. I tried. All right. Let's move on to the two. Mangala and Yates were the ones who started. As in goal. Really?
Well, no, I wasn't. I was going to say I was a decent goalkeeper. Now I'm lying. I was never a decent goalkeeper.
All right. What we did? Go on, Crypto. What are you doing for the 6 and the 8 here?
So I'd drop Yates to the bench and probably put Danilo in that position.
Really?
Yeah.
We ought to do it as a 3. We ought to do it as a 3, really.
No, we are. I just want a building block. So he's saying Danilo, right? And you leave Mangala in. Where is
Danilo? Is not in the best form.
You've got him in the 10.
Yeah, I mean he's not in the best form, but I think he's better than Yates. So
yeah, agreed.
I think there's
any. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. It's going to be Mangala, Danilo, and MGW. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I would.
What would
do
you do
this. Then? I'd go like that. No one like.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that.
Isn't that the better combo?
Yeah, it is the better combo. But I like the Argentinian hookup with Montiel running down the wing and passing the late ball to Dominguez. Montiel's very
on the right.
He was very attacking in the last game, and I don't think we really needed Williams there as a winger. He was almost playing as a wing back, Montiel. He was running down the wing loads and whipping crosses in or cutting inside and trying to get the ball to one of the central attacking midfielders.
All right, so what are we going here? Are we going Mangala Danilo or Mangala Dominguez? Remember, this is what we think Nuno's going to do.
Well, I think
if we're going to have Dominguez up, if we're going to have Dominguez up on the right-hand side of attack, then you've got to have Danilo in the middle, haven't you?
Yeah. What about Yates? Are you two taking Yates out as well as Crypto?
Yeah.
I'm not starting Yates. Yeah, I'm not starting Yates in this game.
Chat, are you keeping Yates in or out? Just someone's in or out. Just a quick in or out on that one.
He might have a part to play later in the game, but not to start with.
So you lot are saying that?
Will. Yeah. With what we've got on the bench, he'll definitely play a part in the game, but I wouldn't start him.
All right, so you three in an agreement on Mangala and Danilo.
Yeah.
And
yeah. I just wish you'd put them the other way around. It's doing my head in because I think Danilo's more left side. That's it.
I mean, there's a couple of plus points. I think Crypto obviously touched on the partnership with Montiel and Dominguez, but I saw some really good positive things with Dominguez and MGW linking up in the last couple of games before the injury. So that's something I want to see a bit more of. And I think Danilo has been more deeper than I've seen him play at all last season, but he still can be that link between the midfield and the attack. So I think it works. I think they're the three that Cooper will go with anyway, and with whichever shape we have. I know you're going to line them up like that. Sorry, I know. See, I told you, PCSD. I told you.
What an insult to Nuno.
I know. Sorry. Oh, did we mention that we saw Nuno? Did we mention that in our?
Oh, we didn't.
Andy drives the Mini.
No. Chat, I've got to ask you this, right? Before we get back to the team. We saw Nuno when we met up with AFTV. Tell me in the chat what car you think he drives.
Can I enter?
No, shut up. Chat, what car do you think Nuno drives? Right, get your answers and we'll reveal all exclusively.
If you've watched AFTV's preview, you'll see.
Don't give him any clues. I just want to know.
I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to tell them what it is, but if they've seen it, they'll know.
Let's
But
have a
I'll just
look.
say the AFTV guys went a bit girly as well. You should have heard. Wolfie. That was all. I didn't see him initially.
Yeah, it was so high a pitch, only dogs could hear it. It was unbelievable.
And Nuno Tavares, the dog whisperer.
Don't say dogs.
Oh, don't start them off. Don't start them off.
Don't start 'em off. Don't start 'em off. At least I didn't go, Robbie, like I'm.
I didn't go Robbie. I didn't do that. So.
Oh, all right, I'm gonna get into these answers in a sec. All right, I'm not liking what you lot have done here, but whatever. So, is this then your team?
Different? What would you do different about?
I put Dominguez in the 8.
Okay, but we know he's not gonna. He's not. We know he doesn't stick up there anyway. You know, he's more.
He doesn't have to start Williams on the right wing, does he?
Yeah, he's more fluid than any other player on our team.
Sorry. 1 second, guys. I'm not talking about Tavares. I'm talking about Nuno Santo, right?
Yeah.
It's a good cut. Great film, though. Great film. Okay.
I've got another. Do you know what Murillo's last name is?
No.
Santo.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, Murillo. Yeah.
Murillo, yeah. Murillo Santos.
I'll sleep better tonight, thanks.
You know what? Is ridiculous. You know what is ridiculous? This is truly ridiculous, right? It's never occurred to me in the last 2 years that I've been driving around with Cooper's name on the back of my car. It's never occurred to me. It's only that somebody put Mini Cooper, and I thought, okay, I've got Cooper on the back of my car.
All right, has anyone on the panel got anything more pointless they want to bring up? So we've had Murillo's surname, we've had Anne's got Cooper on his ass, and we've got Ez. Anything from you?
No, I'll leave it to these guys, mate. You know,
I'm sure he said some crap. I'm sure you said some crap.
I can't believe you got Cooper on your car.
Have you got receipts?
How are you slating people laying flowers at the ground when you've got his name etched in your car?
Yeah, exactly. You hypocrite.
I just took it off if I thought about it.
Listen, we're getting all kind of weird answers. A lot of you seem to know the answer. Good, you're watching all the content. It's good to see. I saw someone say a Ford Mondeo. TC said, "All right, Reliant Robin. Isn't it Robin Reliant?"
No, it's Reliant.
No, well, the company's Reliant, isn't it? And the model is a Robin. So, but yeah, I always say Robin Reliant. You're right. I always say Robin Reliant.
Old school.
Yeah. What else we got here? Mav saying a Mini Cooper, says Jeff. Fiat 100.
That's the one. When I saw that Cooper, that's the one that made me think, oh yeah.
A Jeep. A Fiat Sinchenko, says Nikki. Of course,
he's a good player, Sinchenko.
Mini Audi, says Mark. Fiat 500. Nissan Duke. Oh my God, I can't say what I think about that car. But anyway, the correct answer, it's not an old Skoda. The correct answer is no, it's a Mini. It's a Mini. And Anne got very excited. Oh, Nuno drives the same car as me. We're car friends.
You know what? People are going to think that when we go out, that's how we just talk all the time.
But they did.
Robbie's over there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a Mini.
But Nuno was nice, though, wasn't he? He did stop and wave at us, and even the AFTV lads were a bit gobsmacked, to be fair.
Yeah, they know a classy manager. It's no Arteta.
They were actually impressed, weren't they? The fact that he was in a Mini, down, so not.
He's a man of the people. He's a man of the people, mate.
A man of the people,
like you, Ant. But you're not.
Yeah,
but you're not.
No.
You're not, bro.
He did. He was like, I drive the same car as Nuno.
Mine's prettier.
Yours is not prettier, man. Yours is not pretty.
Mine's prettier. He's not got yellow stripes on his.
Yeah, Ant has 2 yellow racing stripes on a Mini, and he's like 600 years old. Huh?
Black Mini. The black Mini with 2 stripes.
Classic.
And pink mirrors. Pink mirrors.
No. Let's move on because people don't come on here to talk about my car.
Shut up.
Hey?
All right, okay. All right, let's finish the team before this completely derails. Right, let's just finish this thing. So
This is more like a bloody member stream. This is the way it's going.
it is.
Now.
That's what they're all saying, and it's got a bit member. Hey, crazy cat lady, man, you've joined at a really awkward time. Hope you well. All right, so Morgan Gibbs White will start. Now, I want to have a chat about Callum Hudson-Odoi. I'm not sold, guys. I'm biting my tongue at the moment to believe that he's gonna come good. I still like to hope he comes good, but I can't put up a defense for him. I know he got the assist for Chris Wood against Bristol City, but have you been impressed with him at all?
No, I still don't think he's quite hit those heights, has he? You know, that we were hoping he would do. But he hasn't had that run of games yet. This is the best run of games he's had so far, but he hasn't. He's not had the support, so he's like having to play the games. He's coming. Did he get? He didn't get subbed off on the last game, so he played the 90 minutes. He had a really good chance as well towards the end of the game. So I think he's not.
That's
I don't
slice.
think
Yeah,
he sliced it. He's not. I think he's one of those that it's going to be a confidence boost thing. So we're going to have to just play him through it. Same with Danilo, and I think at the moment Nuno hasn't got many options, to be honest. So he has to kind of play him out of this moment. It could just take one goal to spark it for him. I was hoping, that would happen when he scored against. Was it Burnley that he scored that cracker against early on in the season? And I thought, right, we've got the play that we're looking for. And then he got injured again, so he's been stop-start. He's not had the chance to even rest in these last couple of games because we've got no one behind him at all to come on, really. He will come good. I think he will come good under Nuno. It's his best chance anyway. It might be his last chance. So he's got to take this seriously because if he fails at Forest, then where does he go from there? So he's got to take this opportunity seriously.
Probably Sheffield.
Don't say that. Don't know. But I know he's looking for a place in Nottingham. So he's looking to settle here. It's just a matter of time where I think he will. Once we got more players around him, confidence boost, having players like MGW's back, MGW was the one to set him up for that opportunity, which was again, I do think it was a guilt. He should have hit the target anyway, certainly. Once one of those goes in, it might just be the trigger that he needs, but he certainly hasn't done anything too special so far. But he'll get there. I think he'll get there. I don't think we have a choice. I think that's the main thing. We don't have a choice at the moment.
He's put a happy clapper spin on it. Where are you on it, Crypto? You got a happy clapper spin on it, or?
I don't think you can just say it's confidence. Confidence plays a part, but if you compare him against Alanga, for example, he's half the player Alanga is. Even if he had full confidence, he doesn't seem to take people on. It happened in the last game as well. He's good at running down the wing, obviously, because that's his main role. But then when he starts to cut inside, he kind of gives up and just passes the ball back. His assist was brilliant, and really that's what we need when Chris Wood is up front. So, that was a brilliant point of the game, but it was just one point of the 90 minutes. I think, I don't know. I don't really think he's that great. I preferred someone like Johnson on that right-hand side. I think he's a lot better than Callum Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, confidence plays an issue, but I don't think he's not the same level as someone like Alanga, which is an easy comparison.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I prefer Dominguez in that position anyway, with Montiel running the ball up to Dominguez on the right-hand side and Alanga on the left.
I don't think it's worked with Tavares either, but I do think he looks better when Toffolo's playing alongside him. I think Toffolo's got more of a final product, so I think that gives him a better option to get some joy down that side. But you're right, he'll get to it, and he's a bit like Alanga in that sense, because we have had to go at Alanga at times this season. He's getting to the byline and then thinking about what to do next. But Callum Hudson-Odoi, I think he just needs to run the games. MG Dubs is back now. I'll go back to that point. He works better with Toffolo. I think they'll get more out of him in that game. But if we had the option, then obviously you're going to be putting Alanga down the left-hand side every day of the week over Callum Hudson-Odoi. But again, go back to it. It's what we've got at the moment. So we're just going to have to try and get through this period with him.
I think even I was going to say one more quick point. I think even Nico Williams is better down the right than Callum Hudson-Odoi at the moment.
Yeah, Yeah, I was going to ask you, Ant, because I remember early in the season, you were quite excited by him. I remember you calling me up after, I can't remember what game it was. He's like, did you see him, man? He was taking players on, looked really good from the left. He's kind of fizzled out a bit. Where's your kind of stake on Chow?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going on what he's done in the past, obviously, before his injuries took over. And that's always a slightly dodgy thing to do. So I know I would give him more time because I have seen glimpses. I've definitely seen glimpses of absolute quality, but not enough of them. And I'm hoping that that's just something that will come with a little more time. At the moment, we're having to play him. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, that we're having to play him. So it gives him that time, or whether he'd be better off, being introduced a bit at a time. So yeah, that's my view on him. I think he has got quality. He has got quality. He is a quality player. He has got quality. But you need to show it, don't you? And at the moment, he's not showing it consistently enough. So I'm hoping, let's put it that way, I'm hoping he gets back to something like he could be, that we know he can be, but we're not seeing a great deal of it at the moment.
You are cutthroat. You said it before. I'm sure one of the other boys I'm sure the chat definitely remember. If someone ain't playing well, you drop him. That was your stance on things, yeah? So what are you doing in Callum Hudson-Odoi?
We have no alternative. We have no option.
Yeah.
If we had another good winger.
You do.
What, you mean Ilanga? He's not fit.
No, you can put Dominguez on the left side and bring Nico Williams on the right.
Because I don't think that's very good. I don't think that either of those are as good a winger as Callum Hudson-Odoi can be.
I would argue Dominguez looked better on the left wing than Callum Hudson-Odoi has this season when he's played on that left. He's done it a couple of times.
It's a totally different type of player. I absolutely love Dominguez. I would always try and get him into the side if I can, but I don't think he's a left winger.
You do it.
You fucking press it then, Ez. Fuck.
Okay, sorry.
Ez wants to like Spike, guys. He's always wanted to say that. Ez, you can say it actually.
Yeah, can we get a like Spike, please, guys?
That's a Benjamin Bloom thing, isn't it? That's a Benjamin Bloom thing. He does.
Yeah, but I heard our boy Matt SB using it today as well. He got over 1,000 likes on that stream, by the way, doing the.
Yeah, well, stop promoting him.
He's our boy, man.
I am kidding, Matt. I am kidding.
He's
Mohammed in there. Mohammed was trolling him. Yeah, no, Mohammed was in there. Yeah, guys, we got over 300 of you in, and there's only 100 likes, so sort it out.
That's poor. And Ez is getting trolled in those comments, man. Same size as Ez, says James. About the gnome.
As long as they're.
Can I answer the barbecue question because you've took it off again?
Yeah, no, I was gonna. Yeah, go.
Yeah. Do you want to say anything, or I mean,
you can.
Yeah, I mean, I think we ought to do something. Last year, right, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Last year, we sold over 100 tickets, and 67 people turned up. And 67 people, when you're hiring out a big place like Trent Nav, it's not really good enough. So we've not even spoken about this, by the way, between us. But my suggestion would be to hold it in a smaller venue that perhaps only holds 100 people, so that at least it's full, rather than have a huge 500 to 1,000 seater venue where you get 67 people turning up. It's a bit frustrating because everybody kept saying, we want a barbecue, brilliant. And then we said, then 67 people turn up. And as I say, 67 people in a venue that holds 80 people is fine. So we're going to have to speak. Right. I would like us to do it again because I think it was great. The people we met and spoke to it was fantastic.
Apart from Nicky.
Apart from Nicky.
Oh yeah.
But so I would like us to do it again. But obviously the other guys have got to want to do it as well. So that's where I'm at.
We're always up for it. All we'd say is if you buy a ticket, turn up. It's like thanks for the free money. It helped with the overheads, but we'd rather have seen your faces than the $5.
Yeah. I mean, we spent a lot of money on that. We spent a lot of money on that.
It was the river festival that day, wasn't it? Or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Something was going on.
And the weather was terrible. But we
got excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nicky loved it, man. He was hugging me the whole time. I was feeling a little.
I loved it. And we stayed for ages afterwards, just talking to folks. It was really
and we'll do that again, where we just sit down, everyone's got their drinks and what have you, and we'll just chat rubbish as we always do. Yeah, it did chuck it down, TC. It got really wet. But yeah, okay. So yeah, stop trolling Ez in the answers.
Do what you like. Only one or two of them will get it right, won't they? So yeah, it's all right. It makes it better for the rest of us, isn't it?
Laurie's still the funniest. Yeah. Okay, what were we just talking about? I forgot. Callum Hudson-Odoi. All right, we've done that. Okay, predictions. Ez, predictions.
I'll take a point out of this game. I genuinely would. I know what Ant said about the previous result playing a part, but I still would have taken a point from the Arsenal game, and I think we're more than capable of getting that. So yeah, I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, mate. To be honest,
Emma, he's got the big garden right there. Crypto.
Hey, I don't even have a garden. I've got a river. I've got a big river.
It's got a window box.
Go on, Crypto. What's your prediction on this one?
I've got to be consistent now, haven't I? Because I said that we'd probably lose. I'm gonna have to say 2-1 to Arsenal.
I thought you said we'd get battered.
Ban him. Take him off the credits, mate. Take him off the credits.
2-0 to Arsenal.
2-0 to Arsenal. Okay, get your predictions in chat. Joe's saying and predicting without being biased towards Arsenal. We know he can't do that.
I've already listen. I would happily take a draw from this game because it's Arsenal. They're a fucking good side. But I have predicted publicly 1-0 to Forest. So there you go. I'll stick with that. So up yours.
Oh, by the way,
should we do a beat the drop barbecue?
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
That would be good.
That would be good.
That would be good fun.
Yeah.
Bring all your Jimmy shaped rotten tomatoes.
Get some Sheffield fans down there.
2-2 says Mark. 3-1 says Nottingham 1. 2-1 says McQuoney's cheese. I can never get that out right. 2-1 says Nikki. 3-2 says Emma. Sharky, just no. That's better. 8-0 says George.
Are you going to do a predictor stream?
Yeah, there is a predictor stream tomorrow.
Yeah, just a reminder, guys. Yeah. Make sure you put your predictions in.
And also, there's a match preview tomorrow, but we've done it differently.
You gone again?
Okay, I'm gonna
say it again.
Oh, hello. I'm gonna smash this computer. It just froze. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah. You're back.
Am I back? Yeah.
You're back.
So there's a match preview video out tomorrow, but it's different to the normal match preview video out because I'm not doing it alone. I'm doing it with two pricks. So make sure you check that out. It'll be out at 9 o'clock. I'm not saying who they are. I'm just saying it's with a couple of pricks, right? So check that out. That'll be out at 9 o'clock. No, it'll be out tomorrow afternoon. There's a transfer video coming out tomorrow morning. We'll give you all the latest updates. Kasper Schmeichel. Just saying. It's weird, isn't it? We do a video, and the day after we talk about Kasper Schmeichel, suddenly he's linked to Forest. No coincidence. Just saying.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, absolutely. We've got no credibility though with some people, so we'll leave it.
Oh, by the way, massive shout out to Munich, man. It's good to see him back. He's come out of mourning from Cooper and he started to put his comments back in. So massive shout out to him. I love his comments. They're so fun.
Massive shout out to Matt Dirk too.
That's Crypto's boy as well. Yeah. And shout out to Tim. Tim's always in the comments as well. I don't think he can usually make it live. And did say PSR, not piss to Robbie. Yeah. You know what? Can we just
finish telling me to piss off at first? That's why I said thank you.
Can I just say, right, Ez, in all our time of doing this, have you ever seen Ant not interrupt people? Chat, you answer this, chat. He's always interrupting, isn't he? Always, yeah. He was like a puppy dog around.
He was mesmerized. Yeah, he was mesmerized.
Puppy dog. Absolutely,
mate.
You know what? I actually decided to watch that interview I did with Robbie, and I thought, yeah, I've done well there because I've let him speak. I've been very, let him get on with it.
That's what happens when you speak to your idols.
Yeah, exactly. But did you see how he couldn't wait to get hold of him at the end, could he? And he pulled him in. Did you see that?
Sounds a bit.
Did you see that? Yeah, exactly.
No, what I did see was right then when Robbie went, "Oh, brilliant!" Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I cut that bit out.
It's on there, mate. It's on there.
Nikki, what you guys didn't see was every time Anne interrupted him and then Robbie spoke, I had to edit out the bit where Anne was like, "Sorry, Robbie. Sorry, friend. I didn't mean to interrupt you."
Yeah, you did well with the editing, to be fair, mate.
Listen.
You've done him a favor
Robbie's
there.
great. Robbie's great because you can ask him a question. You could just let him run. He's fantastic. He's got a lot to say, but sometimes you have to sort of interrupt a little bit. Otherwise, you know, it'll go on for half an hour with no break.
Now you know how we feel, Ant. Now you know how we feel. Yeah. But even off camera, it's like Robbie would say something that everyone would disagree with, apart from Ant. I'd be like, "Yeah, Robbie, you're making a cracking point."
Such a fucking liar. He's such a bare-faced
At one point,
liar.
he was like that. At one point,
He was. All right, enough about and who would you rather go out to dinner with, Robbie or Collymore? Oh my God, he's thinking.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
I am because
Oh my
I'm trying to
God.
think.
Oh my
I'm
God.
trying to think who I'd feel most comfortable with, and I think I'd feel more comfortable sitting around a table with Robbie than I would Stan Collymore, because I would be tongue twisted with Stan Collymore. Okay, that's why I was
One word
hesitating.
for it.
And there we go. Another reference to Nuno Tavares, a tongue twisting. On that note, chat, we will call it there. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. Ant's going to go and dream about Robbie and Stan, I think. We will see you tomorrow morning with a transfer video. Thank you for watching. Oh, should we just finish with the outro just because it took me ages?
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck